Hello and welcome to Torrimal in Sound. Today we're going to be talking to Rob Haysom, also known as Moses King, and he's in the Moses King Band. He has just completed his first single, and that's been released globally on all the Spotifys and Amazons and iTunes. So please go and check it out. It's not a bad track. You will get a sample of that in this interview.
I got a fever, gonna crawl across this desert soul.
We have with us today Rob Moses King Haysom. He is in a project called the Moses King Band. I am correct there?
That's it.
And we're going to have a bit of a chat about Rob himself. So Rob, just tell us a little bit about how you originally got into the music industry.
Oh, gee, big question. But I've just always wrote songs as a kid. You know, just kept writing songs, stupid songs, and Mum sort of saw something in it, saved up and bought me a guitar, paid one off. And didn't know how to tune it, but just kept writing songs and got in a band. And then I've been in quite a few bands, but my latest being the Moses King Band, before that the Delta Crows. And cool. I got to play with some great artists too, which has been pretty awesome.
The Delta Crows, that was the band before the Moses King project.
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's not happening now.
No, it's
so not. I believe when you got involved in the music industry, you eventually ended up opening a music store.
Probably. Yes, around about that time. Oh no, halfway through, I suppose.
Halfway, yeah.
A friend of mine had a store, and he was a guitar repairer, and he asked me if I'd like to come in and do sales. And at the time, I was off work with a sore back, and I ended up buying him out. And 27 years, I did word of mouth music in Ipswich.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, in the process of that, you became a luthier.
I did, yeah. So that's how I still make a few dollars, but not so much anymore. But I love guitars, and I'm just passionate about guitars.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And let's tell us a little bit about the style of your music and how you got there.
Yeah, look, I had a huge awakening when I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan in the 80s, because the 80s I sort of gave up on music. I thought, this is crazy. But Stevie Ray Vaughan just sort of opened my eyes to, how blues was still relevant, and people wanted to hear it, and people were enjoying it. And so I just started following that style. I always was a blues fan, but his Texas blues was something that sort of set me on fire.
Okay, so you use quite a lot of open tuning type of...
I wasn't. I learned about drop D tuning around about that time. And then as time went by, I started using E-tunings and D-tunings, and written quite a few songs.
Very good.
Yeah, the latest being Under This One Big Sky is in E-tuning.
It's in E-tuning?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's a nice little segue to start talking about your studio projects.
Sure.
So you've been doing quite a bit of work in the studio over the last few years.
Yes.
How's that been going?
It's been great. It's been awesome. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think, if I may pat you on the back, you believed in me.
Yep.
You said, let's do it. And at the time I was down, thought nothing was happening, and we got 6 songs done, and then a year later we got another 6 done. And this new fresh batch of songs is really exciting me.
It is.
Normally I get depressed about my songs. I think, they're not good enough. But these are.
That's pretty much most of the industry, isn't it?
Possibly.
I have that conversation regularly with different people.
Okay. Yeah. We're all the same.
So the latest batch of recordings, which I am still in the process of mixing, but we do have one that was completed and recently released on all the online outlets globally. Was that today?
Today, this morning I noticed it was up.
So what are we March 2020?
Yeah.
Very goodly. Okay.
It's great, mate.
So have you had any response yet?
My girlfriend...
It's still a bit early.
My girlfriend just loved it. She's been such a support for me, and she's paid the way for me to survive.
Young Phoebe?
Young Phoebe.
Good on her.
and she was so happy this morning. It was just so good. Yes, a few friends have on Facebook have said how much they've enjoyed it.
Okay, so no negative response so far.
Not
So
yet.
we're good to go.
Yeah, we are. Out of the
Excellent.
3 or 4 responses, there's been none negative. So it's
worries.
uncles. Met was it through the shop that I used to own, and I asked him maybe 5-6 years ago to join the band and a band, and when he heard it was blues, he said, "Oh no," because he's right into country. And then he came and saw me not too long back. I was playing at a local restaurant, and he asked if he could play in the band. So I was just starting up the Moses King band then. So so we got together, and we just have this great rapport. He's such a great player and such a great harmony guy. Yeah.
So who's the drummer?
The drummer is Tarquin Monteroy.
Yep.
And everyone calls him Taco. I met him through the lovely, talented Amanda Emblem. She's a very hard-working artist. She did the recent Robert Cray tour, and she did the Kiss tour when she was younger. So she was the support act for that. I think she was in a band.
So you've been working with a few different artists lately.
Yeah. I've worked with.
Is it Matt Taylor?
Matt Taylor from Chain, and we did 3 gigs with him. It was a great guy and great band.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to play second guitar, but I got some solos, which was good. And got to work with Mungo Jerry. He played guitar, and he asked me to play in the band, which was I supplied the guitars for him, but we got along like a house on fire. So he said, "You got to play with him, mate." So 2 hours practice. So anyway, off we went. But I was talking about Tarko.
The drummer.
The drummer,
Yeah.
yeah. He played in the Amanda Emblem band, and so I did quite a bit of work with Amanda, and hopefully still will. I hope she's still performing because she writes such a wonderful song. And so Tarko started doing some stuff with me when Amanda wasn't working, and he's a great guy. He's very busy, so it's hard to get him, but we got him for this recording, which was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And young Annette Henry on vocals, on backing vocals.
Yeah. Look, I got a call from you about that, and she was in the studio, and you said, "I want to get her to do some vocals on Big Sky." So. I trusted you and just thought, okay, we'll give it a go. And then when we heard her, she was just wonderful.
Yeah, she did all right.
Yeah.
Coming up next is Rob Haysom's single from what's going to be an EP out in 2020 called Under This One Big Sky.
I got a fever gonna crawl across this desert soul, I believe. You see the mountains bleed into an angry sea, but I still believe. Under this one big sky, under this one big sky. Can't hold a dream for too long and watch its colors run, but I believe. I'm watching children get high while their mamas cry, but I still believe. I got nothing to say, boy. Nothing but an old man's sigh. I got nothing but tears, boy, running from an old man's eye. Paradise can't be found by putting souls in the ground, I believe. And the enemy of war is still knocking at your door, I still believe. Under this one big sky, under this one big sky. Some have your back and some like to watch you fall. Brothers and sisters, I hear there's no color in our tears at all. Under this one big sky, under this one big sky. I got nothing to say, boy, nothing but an old man's sigh. I got nothing but tears, boy, running from an old man's eye. Come see the oceans rise, come see the rivers dry, come see the rich get rich, as we all bitch at our offended lists, and shake our fists at the sky under this one big sky.